Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We welcome you ringside for a much-anticipated bout. Let's set the table for you and get ready to dish up this big night of action.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Hitman. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, the short Povetkin.
All right, gentlemen, we've went over the rules in the dressing room. You know what to do. Let's have a good, clean fight. All right?
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. Well, there's one fighter here, as we've seen time and time again, that just doesn't have the physicality. He doesn't have the overall strength against his opponent. But what does he have?
Well, he has the greatest muscle that the human body has, the brain muscle. Use it. Be smart. Give angles. Get out. Keep your opponent off balance. If he's bigger and stronger, he needs a certain kind of set position to use that. Do not give that to him.
Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
A barrage of punches that time. Good combination.
Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want one at a time. You want 3 or 4.
Gets rid of that effort. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Fine fundamentals, good counter punch. He clearly came in with a strategy here tonight, Teddy, and so many times it's, hey, I'm going to bang that drum.
Yeah, he is banging that drum. That drum happens to be the body, and he figures that he's going to try to move on him, so start doing it early on, and later on, he's going to have a guy in front of him.
We always see great athletes week in and week out, but Teddy, what sport do you think can produce the best boxers?
Well, believe it or not, basketball. Everybody would say football. We saw Too Tall Jones. He got demolished by little guys. We saw Gastineau. He got demolished. We saw Highsmith. He got demolished. A lot of football players haven't done well. But basketball players, they have the physical skill sets where they can make a pretty good fighter. Of course, you have to get a guy that mentally is adjusted.
Good-looking counterpunch. Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Just 10 seconds. Oh! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
Punch it out, guys.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense.
All right, look great. Just don't get crazy. Box for me. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of it.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Just missed that shot up top. Blocks the headshot. swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Lands the counter. Another flush shot up top. Fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
And he's able to put his punches together. That's a nice looking combo.
Well, that's the benefit of 2 and 3 instead of 1.
Povetkin's doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering.
Wow! Oh, that uppercut got him badly. Denies his opponent, comes with the overhand right. So we come to the end of the round, and that was a round that was very productive for him. Now he heads back to his corner, and they're going to try to repeat the success they just had, I'm sure.
Yes, he hurt his opponent there. He's going to want to go back to what he was doing and remember what set up those big shots.
Was just off the mark. Nice block. Protecting his head well with his guard. Throws a counter punch there. Sort of like a loaded gun, that straight punch there, Teddy. You can see him lining it up and then just releasing and hitting that trigger.
Yeah, you're right. A loaded gun with a nice long barrel that makes sure that the bullet, in this case the punch, goes nice and accurate. Straight ahead.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Block that time. It was intended to the head. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. 10 clicks of the talk.
swelling is nothing.
Here we go with the fourth round. Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Multiple punches coming in now. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Povetkin. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay. And he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Halfway through this round. A headshot blocked.
Finish with the hook. Relax. Keep moving.
A good block. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Good defensive skill. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
So it's the end of the round. And as both men head back to their respective corners, Teddy, it brings up a good point that's many times not talked enough, but the culture of a corner and how guys conduct themselves. What was always your philosophy in organizing and running a corner?
Well, first of all, only one guy could be in charge. That's the trainer. You can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. It has to be organized like anything else. And you have to have calm people. You only have 1 minute. Maybe by the time the fighter gets back, maybe it's 50 seconds. So you have to be efficient. You can't have guys that are excited. They have to be able to control their emotions just like the fighter does on the outside. And everyone has to know what their job is.
There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Halfway into round number 5 here. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing.
Work the body again.
Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a silent agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what will come back at him.
Body shot. Keep your head moving.
10 seconds to go in this round. So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, you know, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and I learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part, to understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything, because you have to understand how a fighter is feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Halfway through round 6. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him.
Get in there.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Nice block. Well, he's sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. Good job protecting himself. Fires right back at him. Final 10 seconds. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. And he's able to put his punches together. That's a nice-looking combo.
Well, that's the benefit of 2 and 3 instead of 1.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Turn defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Parries that punch away. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counterpunch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
Stay away from the inside.
Able to show you his blocking ability. Nice strike after catching one by Povetkin. End of this round. Joe and Teddy sitting ringside with you. It gives us time to reflect on the bigger picture of boxing. You know, it's interesting. We had a fan walk up to you earlier today and say, hey, I know you learned everything from the legendary Cus D'Amato, the great trainer. And he said to you, what's the one thing you took away from all your years with Cus? What did you say to him?
Well, it wasn't a paycheck, I'll tell you that much, because Cus didn't believe in paying you for that. He said you're going to college, you're getting a valuable education, and you're not even being forced to pay a tuition. So I understood that. We worked 7 days a week, so there was no union. Cus believed in working on Sundays, so you couldn't go complain and say I'm being overworked. But I think, seriously, that the most important thing that I learned, of course, that from a technical standpoint, you have to be really secure in those areas. No matter how much talent a fighter has, you have to teach them right, teach them the fundamentals, but mentally. You have to understand that a fighter's really always under fear. And you have to understand those dimensions, those parameters. And you have to be able to find a way to get in there, understanding how he feels mentally, and understanding how that can impair his judgment, stop him from doing simple physical things.
And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Good looking counterpunch. How about that exchange? And there he counters back against his opponent. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Come to the end of the round. Always interesting to see how things will play out in our fights. Teddy, it's always great anticipation when we come sit ringside and the build-up of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it is. And it's always great having a little electricity in the crowd. You know, it helps. I know it helps me with the broadcast to know that you have these passionate fans that are around.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Able to cover up that gut. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
We got an interesting fight here. It looks like one man is seemingly in control, but the other is still live, is still game, is still capable. May need to hit that jackpot, though.
Well, he probably does need that knockout. So right now he has to adjust his game plan, his thinking a little bit. He's got to look for a spot to land one big shot. Maybe when he's pulling out.
Slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. The counter. Povetkin's got to deal with a cut cheek. Carries that punch intended for the head. Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use G's, he used distance.
Oh, boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Showing you some defense there with the block. Povetkin's making for a very inviting target right now. That cut is much worse than it was just moments ago.
What he has to do is he's got to be elusive right now. He's got to get on his horse a little bit and give those medicines that were put into the cut a chance to work a little bit. But also, he's got to slow his opponent down. Catch him with something so he doesn't keep going after that eye.
To dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Able to counter that attack. Taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Missed the body shot. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue or red corner what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Good looking counter punch. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
One to give one, he comes back with a right hand. The twists and turns and the non-stop battle, it continues on as we've reached the 1 minute mark to go. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Blocks that punch. Teddy, it just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Blocks away that headshot. Good work. 2 clean shots get in by Povetkin. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good job protecting himself. Good block. Blocks that punch. Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. Blocks that punch. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh, boy, what a round. And now they're opening up. Both right hands land. Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. Did they throw some molasses on the mat? Because I just don't see him moving the way he was earlier in this fight.
No, well, he's definitely not. And
Holy cow! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Povetkin. Boy, he is shaky right there. He is on shaky ground in the ring right now. Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it?
Finish with the whoop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner, vicious Povetkin.